ready. If you're new to this class, just remember that this is your practice. Feel free to take a child's pose whenever you feel like you need to, modify when you need to, and just take your time, right? We have to be patient with ourselves. I think that's one of the things that during this sort of pressing time in our lives, we tend to want to rush. It's just our nature, but this is what we have to be prepared for, just to be patient and take it slow. Just take some time, especially in your practice stage, just move into the poses, connecting with the body and the breath. So we'll begin seated. Bring the hands into Jnana Mudra, the index and your thumb together right at your knees. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down, closing your eyes. Let's all take a fall out breath as we breathe in through our nose, pausing at the top, and then a nice big exhale out the mouth. And just remembering that in rolling out the mat, you've done the work. You're here, and for the next hour, you can allow yourself to turn inward. Letting go of those distractions, cutting the strings to your work, your home life, so that you can allow yourself to rest here in the present breath. And just following the inhale and the exhale. Maybe emotions or sensations arise. And just allowing yourself to acknowledge them. And just send them on their way. And again, just bringing the mind back to the inhale and the exhale. If the mind wanders, that's fine, just bring it right back to the breath. Allowing everything to soften, allowing everything to settle. And in the stillness, allow yourself to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe you just want to crystallize a thought, say a personal prayer, and offer your practice to those who are suffering. Good, and then as you're ready, you can keep the eyes closed or gently soften your gaze. Bring the hands back towards your hips so that the spine is long. And then just begin with some gentle head and neck circles. So again, just moving in one direction, then the other. Just taking some time to notice the body, where you're holding on to tension, where you can let go. Begin to soften the space around your eyes, your jaw. Coming all the way up to center. Take the hands behind you at the low back, interlace the fingers, and roll the collarbones open as you attempt to straighten the arms, squeezing the palms together. And I want you to breathe as you inhale, press the chest forward. And just have those nice long inhales and exhales following the breath. If you like, you can drop the chin to the chest. Maybe lift the arms up away from the body if the shoulders are healthy. And then taking the hands over to the right waist, still interlaced here. Try to squeeze the elbows towards one another so you're rolling the collarbones open. And then drop the left ear to the left shoulder and maybe tilt the chin from side to side. back through to center. Taking the hands over to the left waist, squeezing the elbows inward, right ear to right shoulder. Come back through to center. Take the hands back to the low back. Squeeze the hands together. Roll the collarbones open. Good. And then just releasing the hands. Finding your way into tabletop pose on the hands and knees. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. If you like, you can pad the knees with a blanket or a beach towel or curl those toes under. Sometimes that takes the pressure out of the knees. And just make sure you're spreading your fingertips wide, grounding all four corners of the palms into the mat. Pressing the earth away from you so you're sinking or pressing away from the shoulder joints, right? You're not sinking down into the shoulder joints. Moving through 3 rounds of cat and cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly down, lift the chest, lift your gaze, relax your throat. And exhale, pressing the earth away from you. Pull the belly into the spine, tuck the chin, tuck your tailbone. And breathing in, lift the chest. And then exhaling, rounding the spine, chin to the chest. One more round, big breath in. And exhale, round the spine. Good, coming back through to a neutral spine. This time we're going to curl the toes under. Now, pressing the earth away from you, you want to lift the knees, maybe just an inch up off the mat. Pull the belly up towards your spine. Keep breathing. Good, and then release. Drop the knees to the mat, uncurl the toes. This time we're going to extend that right leg long. Again, press the earth away from you. Press into that left shin. Extend through the crown of the head. Reach back through the right toes. Keep pulling the belly in and up. Now from here, we're going to draw the knee towards your nose. Press into the hands around your spine. And then I want you to take the knee over to the right tricep. Back through to center. And then over to the left tricep. Center. Right tricep, center, left tricep, center. Excellent job. Extend that right leg long, extend through the crown of the head. And then exhale, set it back down, coming back through to the table, shifting the hips and realigning your joints. So for the other side, extend that left leg long, reach through the toes, reach through the crown of the head. And then exhaling, drawing the knee to the nose, rounding the spine, pressing the earth away from you. Knee to the left tricep, center, right tricep, center, left tricep, center, and then that right tricep, center. Extend the left leg long, exhale, set it down. Good, now from here you're going to walk the hands forward, keep the bum lifted, sink the chest, sink down towards your mat. Maybe the forehead rests on a block. You can turn the palms up. You can shift the hips from side to side. Might also feel nice to climb up onto the fingertips, sinking the chest, maybe roll the head from side to side. And then taking the palms to the mat, curl the toes under, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Just move here a little bit. Begin to bend one knee, then the other. You can kind of shift the hips from side to side. Come up onto the tippy toes, stretch out your feet and your ankles. And then begin to press the heels down towards the earth as you press equally into your hands. Concentrating on the index and the thumb. So concentrating on that L shape in the hands. Rolling the biceps inward. Sinking the chest. Good, shifting forward to plank. Inhale and plank. And then exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Sink the heels. Coming forward for plank again. Now, tucking the tailbone here. Extend through the crown of the head. Now same thing, we're going to drop the knees just to 1 inch above your mat and hold here. Keep breathing. Pull the belly in and up. And then coming back through to your plank. This time we'll lift the right leg up. Now you can always drop that left knee to the mat. Knee to the nose. Pull it in, round your spine. And then bring the knee to the right tricep. Center. Left tricep. Center. Right tricep. Center. Left tricep. Center. Good. Press it back. Plank pose. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. And then coming back through the center. One more side here. You're going to lift the left leg up. Bring the knee to the nose, round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. And then the knee comes to the left tricep. Center, right tricep, center. One more time. Left, center, right, center. Press it back to plank. Big inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Pull the elbows in. Slide all the way onto the belly. Come into Sphinx pose as the forearms rest on your mat. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Feet can be a little bit wider here. Now reach back through the toes. Press the forearms to the mat and scoop the chest forward. Gaze is slightly lifted. Relax your throat and your jaw. If you like, you can drop the chin towards your chest and just move here a little bit. And come all the way back onto the belly, cobra pose. Now heels together here. Palms underneath your shoulders, gentle lift here. Looking for extension here, not height. Again, that same motion of scooping the chest forward, reaching back through your toes. And then we'll exhale it back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. If you like, you can exhale out the mouth. And then just walk the feet forward to meet your hands. Folding at the front of your mat for Uttanasana, bend your knees, chest and belly on the thighs. Shake your head for yes, for no. If you like, you can interlace your elbows in front of the body. And just move here a little bit. Release any tension, again, in the face, the jaw, the space around your eyes. And then releasing the hands to the mat. Let's round up, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up to standing. And as you come up, just give those shoulders a little roll here. Bringing the hands to prayer. Tuck the tailbone, nice long spine. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, slide them back and down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Lift the chest, start to arch back. Soften your diaphragm. Good, and then from here, reach all the way up. Take the first 2 fingers of the right hand, wrap them around the left wrist, flex that left palm, and then bend to the right. Open the chest, breathe deeply into the left side of the body, back through the center. Switch your hands, flex that right hand, press that right sole of the foot down to the mat. Back through the center. Lift the chest, arch back, squeeze the glutes, and then exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. This time we'll step the right foot back, lowering the back knee for low lunge. The left knee can come forward at the ankle if the knee's healthy. So you're going to begin to sink the hips. Feel free to use some blocks or maybe a stack of books underneath your hands. You're going to press that right thigh bone to the mat. Extend through the crown of the head. And then step back to plank. Press through the heels, extend through the crown of the head. Nice tuck of the tailbone here. Big inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Again, pull the elbows in. Slide all the way onto the belly with the heels together. Cobra pose, lift your chest. Exhaling, press it back. downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest. And then from here, stepping the right foot forward, lower the back knee, sink the hips, extend through the crown of the head. And then step up front for Uttanasana, bending your knees. This time we'll take the hands to the low back, interlace your fingers, let the arms come overhead. You can move here a little bit. And then leaving the hands, you're gonna press into the feet, come all the way up. As you come to standing, take a little back bend as you lift the chest, roll the collarbones open. And sweeping the arms all the way up, let the palms touch. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhaling, folding forward. This time the left foot will come back, lower your back knee, sink the hips, send through the crown of the head. And then we'll uncurl the back toes. Lifting the hands to the thigh, press the knee away from you as you open the chest. And then bring the hands to prayer. Again, sink the hips, roll the collarbones open. Left elbow hooks to the outer right thigh. Prayer twist. Try to stack the thumbs towards your heart center, rolling the collarbones open. You can stay here if you like. You can curl the back toe and lift your knee. If the knee's lifted, really try to press the left heel back, charging up the back of that left knee. Keep breathing. Good, and then we'll unwind, lower the back knee, take the hands on either side of the foot. You're gonna uncurl that back toe. Sit back for the runner stretch. So the right leg will be long, left knee underneath the left hip. Hands can come onto the mat or maybe a set of books or blocks. And we're just gonna hinge forward at the waist, flexing the foot, folding here. And then just bringing some gentle movement into the pose as you circle the foot, one direction and the other, maybe shifting the hips from side to side. Just really reaching into the belly of the hamstring. Good, now flex your foot, turn the toes to the right. You can fold forward here, or if you have capacity, you can walk the hands to the right. Hands can be on the block if you like. Pressing the thighs inward, really feeling that stretch in that right IT band. And back through the center, bend your front knee. We'll step it back to plank pose. Big breath in plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin, pulling the elbows in. Onto the belly, cobra pose. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Left foot comes front, lower the back knee, sink the hips. Extend through the crown of the head, really pressing that right thigh bone down. Uncurl the back toe, come up, bring the hands to the thigh, press the knee away from you as you lift the chest. Good, bring the hands to prayer. Really roll the collarbones open, sink the hips. And then twist to the left as the right elbow comes across, thumbs to your heart center. Extend through the crown of the head. You can stay in the modification or lift your back knee. Keep breathing. If you feel unsteady here, you can take the gaze to the left big toe. Keep breathing. The knees lifted, lower down. Uncurl the back toe, hands to either side of your foot, sitting back for the runner stretch, flexing the foot, folding over that left leg. And then start to circle the foot, circle your ankle. One direction and the other. Good, now flex your foot, turn the toes to the left, and either take that forward fold here, or walking the hands to the left, squeezing the thighs together. Back through to center. Flex your foot and fold. Good, bend that front knee. Curl the back toes, step front, Uttanasana, bending the knees. Bringing the inside edges of the feet together. Lower the bum. You're going to sweep the arms up for chair pose. Shoulders back and down. Tucking that tailbone, lifting the chest, shoulders back and down. Now you're going to keep the bend in the knee and exhale, come front, bring the hands down towards your hips and up again. Exhaling, hands back and chair. 2 more times. Up. Last time. Good, back through your chair. Sink the hips, lift the chest. And then straighten the legs, palms come together. Exhale, hands, heart center. Follow the breath. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. Let everything soften and settle. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lift your chest. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Inhale up, halfway, nice. Gaze front, legs are straight, hands can be on your shin. And then exhale, bend the knees, folding in. Step or even hop back to plank. Inhale. And then exhale, knees, chest, and chin, or maybe a chaturanga as you pull the elbows in. Sliding onto the belly, cobra or up dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. This time we're gonna lift the right leg up. Down dog splits, pressing equally into your hands. Sink the left heel to the mat. Now bend that right knee, open up through the hip, maybe circle your foot and your ankle. Gaze it underneath that right shoulder. And then straighten the leg, squaring your hips, pressing equally into your hands. Coming forward, knee to the nose, pull it in, round your spine. And you guessed it, stay here, you're gonna take the right knee to the right tricep. Center. Always lower the back knee if you need to. Knee to the left tricep, center. Right, center, left, center. Good, sweep it back up, down dog splits. Bring the knee to the nose. Step it forward, ankle underneath your knee here for high lunge. Again, it's gonna all be done with the back knee on the mat. Climb up onto the fingertips of your hands. Extend through the crown of the head. Now, stabilize the pelvis by squeezing the sitting bones inward and sweep the arms back towards your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then slide them back and down. Sweep the arms front and back. Front, back. 2 more times, up and back, up, back. Good, now from here, bring the hands to prayer, and then we're gonna take that twist again to the right. Left elbow hooks across, again, feeling free to lower that back knee if you need to. Press through the palms, extend through the crown of the head. Easy breath in. Get out of here. So we're going to take the hands to the mat. And you're going to walk the hands forward for standing splits. Again, feel free to use a prop underneath your hands. And you're just going to make sure the head and neck are relaxed here. And then we're going to lower and lift that leg, the left leg, so that you can really get a stretch all the way from the back of the right knee, all the way into the right glute muscle. Good. Now, leave the right foot on the mat, and you're going to bring the left foot forward so that the pinkies line up with one another. Okay? So you're crossing that left leg behind the right. Now from here, walk the hands to the right. Keep breathing. Again, feeling that nice IT stretch down the left side of the body. Back through to center. Coming back through to standing splits, left leg lifts. Now, try not to put the left foot down. We're going to come to standing. Left knee to your chest. Take the hands underneath the thigh. Underneath the shin, or underneath the knee, on the shin, I should say. Again, roll those collarbones open. Press into the left big toe here. Good. Now bring the hands to prayer. The left ankle comes on top of that right thigh, sitting back for your standing pigeon. Flex that left foot. If you need more, extend the arms. Straight out in front, shoulders back and down. Good, come back up. Knee to the nose, or knee to the chest, and then drop the foot down. Good. Reaching the arms up, lift your chest, and then exhaling, folding forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold, step or hop back through the plank. If you're coming into your chaturanga, I'm going to shift the shoulders forward, pull the elbows in, up dog or cobra, and then exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Good. And then from here, we're going to lift that left leg up. Press the right heel to the mat. And then bend that left knee, open up through the hip, circle the foot and the ankle. Straighten that left leg, sink the right heel. Coming forward, modified plank, knee to the nose, pull it in. Good, and then bring the knee to the left tricep, center, right tricep, center. One more, left tricep, center. Right tricep center, pull the belly in and up, press it back, down dog splits. Now we're going to bring the knee to the nose, and lunge that left foot in between your hands, climbing up onto the fingertips. Press that right heel back, extend through the crown of the head. Again, just always have that back knee on the mat. That's in your practice today. Now stabilize the pelvis, squeezing the sitting bones inwards. Bring the hands back towards your hips, right? Pinky edges up. And then you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, slide them back and down. Sweeping the arms forward and back. Up and back. Keep breathing. Up, back. One last time. Up and back. Good. Bring the arms up, hands to prayer, twisting to the left this time. Right elbow comes across, thumbs to the heart center. Keep breathing. Good. Gently unwind, take the hands to the mat. Press off that back foot for standing splits. Right leg lifts. Moving here. Again, just release your face, your head and your neck. Good, now cross that right leg behind the left, pinky edges of the feet line up, and then walk the hands to the left. Again, the hands can wrap behind the calf or rest on the blocks if the hands don't easily touch. And then gently come back through the center, unwind back through the standing splits. Right leg lifts. Good, now try not to touch the right foot to the mat. Press hard into that left foot. Coming up, knee to the chest, the wind pose. Shoulders back and down, pull the belly in and up. Bring the hands to prayer. Cross the left foot across. Yes, take the left foot to the right foot to the left thigh. And then begin to sit back, standing pigeon. Maybe extend the arms. Good, come back up. And then set it down. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhaling, folding forward. Halfway up. Step it back. If you're tired, just find that downward facing dog or flowing through, whatever that means for you today. And then from here, let's lower the knees, sit back for child's pose. And take a breath. Now the hands can be extended or down by your sides, palms up. You can just roll the head from side to side. And just let everything soften and settle. Maybe the mind is wandering. But just begin to maybe go back to that intention you started at the beginning of class. And again, just follow the breath. Good, and then from here we'll find our downward facing dog. And if you like, you can take a big breath in through the nose. Hold. And then exhale it out of the mouth. Good, right leg lifts, down dog splits. Again, press into the hands, sink that left heel. From here, you're gonna bring the knee to the nose. Again, press that earth away from you as you round your spine. Really try to bring that knee a little closer to the nose. And then step the foot in between your hands. Spin the back heel. Coming up for warrior one. Shoulders back and down. Square your hips. So feel the ribs moving up away from your waist, but let the shoulders move away from your ears. Nice strong legs. Warrior two, open the hips. Gaze out over that right hand. Again, squeeze those shoulder blades together, drop them back and down. Good, now straighten the front leg, turn the toes to the left. You can slightly pigeon toe the feet a little bit. Take the hands behind the body, squeeze the hands together, roll the collarbones open, take a little back bend as you shift your hips forward, and then exhale, leaving the hands fold here. And you can move here a little bit, releasing your head, releasing your neck. And then releasing the hands. Maybe you want to take the hands to the outer calves, ankles, or the outer edges of your feet. Pull the head down towards the mat. Or maybe just interlacing the elbows in front of the body. And again, just hinging forward at the waist so that the spine is long. Good, release the hands, walk the hands over to the right foot, turn the right toes back to the front, and find triangle pose. So the right hand comes to the shin or maybe the block to the inner foot, left arm reaches up, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Roll the collarbones open. Try to stack your shoulders, stack your hips, squeezing your thighs inward. Opening collarbones and extend through the crown of the head so you're not allowing that right ear to drift towards the right shoulder. Good, and then take that left arm up overhead. Bicep hugs the ear, really reaching through the side body. Like a little bit more core work, you can let that right arm sweep up like you're holding a basketball in front of the body. Keep breathing, keep squeezing those thighs inward. Come back through to the triangle pose, left arm lifts. And then exhaling, folding over that right leg, bend the right knee, step it back to plank and either flow through or just find that downward facing dog. Let's all take a big deep breath in through the nose. And a big exhale out the mouth. This time we'll bring the left leg up, down dog split, sink that right heel. Bringing the knee to the nose, pull it in, round the spine. And then step the left foot in between the hands, spin the back heel, warrior one. Good. Notice whether you're gripping in your toes. Try to be calm. Don't let your emotions creep into the pose. Just bring your awareness back to the breath. And then warrior two, reaching through the fingertips all the way from the heart center. Tucking your tailbone, really sinking the hips here. Good, and then straightening the front leg, turning the toes to the right. Interlace the hands behind you, roll the collarbones open, lift your chest. Exhaling, folding forward here. Keep breathing. Good, and then releasing the hands and coming into any variation that's right for you. So again, taking the hands to the legs, you can walk your hands forward, sink your chest, or maybe bring the hands back behind you, palms down and pulling the crown of the head. You can also work on your headstand here in the tripod. So bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, head on the mat, okay? And just begin to shift up into the tippy toes, okay? Maybe press into the hands and lift the legs up. If you're on the crown of the head, come back down through the straddle, and then dropping the feet back on your mat. Release your head and your neck. And then walking the hands over to the left foot, turn the left toes back to the front, left hand on the shin or your block to the inner foot, right arm reaches out, Trikonasana. Open the chest, press that right hip bone back. Bring the right arm overhead, bicep hugs the ear. So you're reaching through the right fingertips while simultaneously pressing that right hip bone back. Stay here or sweep the left arm up like you're holding a basketball. Keep rolling the collarbones open. And then from here, drop the left hand down, right arm up. And fold forward over the left leg. Spin the back heel up, bend the knees, step it back to plank. And either flowing through or just finding the downward facing dog. And let's take one more child's pose as you lower the knees, sit back. Any variation with the arms. And then sliding all the way onto the belly. Bring the chin on the mat, hands down by your sides, palms up. And then from here, you're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, lift everything up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Slide them back and down. Try to reach the fingertips towards your heels. Slight tuck in the chin so the back of the neck is long. Now notice you're going to want to bring your heels together and your toes are going to want to widen out. Try to almost bring the big toes reaching towards each other and separating the heels. Squeeze the glutes. And then exhale, release, rest one cheek on the mat. Let the low back soften and settle. Good, bring the chin back on the mat. And then from here, you can take the previous pose here, or you can take upward facing bow, reaching around, taking the ankles or the tops of your feet. Exhale together and lift everything up. Keep breathing. There's a real tendency to want to hold your breath here. Let everything soften, let everything settle. And then release everything. Rest your opposite cheek on the mat. Maybe shift your hips from side to side. And then from here, hands underneath your shoulders. Bring the big toe mouths together, widen your knees, and press back for a wide-legged child's pose just to release any residual tension in the low back. And then finding your downward facing dog, curl the toes, lift the hips. Now from here, we're gonna lift the right leg up. Modified plank, knee to the nose, pull it in, round your spine. And then step the right foot in between your hands, lower the back knee. Uncurl the back toe. Now again, that knee can come forward of the ankle as long as the knee is healthy and the heel stays on the mat. So again, you're gonna come back to that quadricep stretch where you press the knee away from you. Switch sides here. Good. Now, you can stay here and work. You can always lower or place some padding underneath that left knee, double your mat over if you need to. So you can stay here or start to make your way into the spear pose. So the forearm will come on your mat. You're gonna reach around, take the back foot, okay? Now you'll notice that the hips are gonna lift a little bit. Try to lower back down and press the left thigh bone to the mat, okay? If you want more of a shoulder opener, you reach around, take the fingertips and the toes in the same direction. More advanced, you can take the right arm, cross the front of the body, take your toes, extend the left arm. Gently unwind, come to the mat, step back to plank. Good, now from here, you're gonna come into side plank. So shift your heels to the right, left arm lifts. If you need to, lower the right knee. Keep breathing. Good, a little bit more work for the core. You're gonna sweep the left arm underneath the right. Back up, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Sweep it through, up, last time. Good, and then come back through to plank. And then second side, drop the heels to the right. You can always stagger the feet or lower that left knee to the mat, sweep the right arm up. And then bring the hand underneath your arm, up. 2 more times. Excellent job. Take the hand to the mat, come back through to plank. Big breath in, and then exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Modify plank, knee to the nose, pull it in. Step the left foot in between your hands, lower the back knee. Again, for the lunge, begin to shift forward if the knee is healthy. Uncurl the back toe, lifting your upper body, bring the hands to the thigh, press the knee away from you. Good, now you can stay here, take the left forearm to your knee, come up out of the hips a little bit, take hold of your foot, and then begin to sink down again. Keep pulling the heel towards your bum. You can open the shoulders by turning the fingers and the toes in the same direction. Or the advanced variation, where you take the left hand to the foot, across the front of your body, right arm reaches back. And then unwind. Take the hands, step back to plank, and either downward facing dog or one more flow through. Good, lower the knees. And let's come sitting up, just rolling to one hip, extend the legs. Excellent job. Maybe get those knees a little massage. massage. We've been on the knees a lot today. So we'll take half cow-faced legs to begin. So left leg will stay long. Again, feel free to sit on a blanket or a block if you need to. Right foot crosses over to the left hip so that the knees are stacked. And then your heel is back towards your left hip. We'll lengthen on the inhale and then exhale, hinging forward at the waist. And just begin to walk the hands forward and fold here. And then unwind. Now, from here, we'll make our way into the full pose. So you're going to bring that left foot to the right hip and the knees will be stacked here, okay? Now, if this pose is not available to you, don't worry. You can again sit on a block or a blanket or take the easy pose with the right foot in front of your left. It'll look like this, okay? So whichever pose is right for you. And if you need a little bit deeper of a stretch in the hips, if you're really open, slide the heels forward. And then we'll lengthen here. And then exhale again, hinge forward at the waist, come front. Maybe the chin hooks over the knee. Release your face, release your jaw. And then all the way back up. And we'll unwind. This time, the right leg will be long. You're going to take the left heel towards the right hip, stacking your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Gently unwind. And this time, either slide that right heel back towards your left hip or come into the easy pose, cross-legged position with the right or the left foot in front. So lengthen on the inhale, exhale, coming front. And then gently unwind. And we'll extend the legs long. Massage your knees. Sit up nice and tall. You're going to take a little bend in the knees here and lengthen. And then exhale, hinging forward at the waist. And just allow the hands to come down by your sides. Maybe use a strap or a towel to loop around the bottoms of your feet or taking the outside edge of the feet. You want to glue the chest and belly onto the thighs and then round your head and neck. Now, if this feels a little too easy, you can begin to walk the heels forward, but maintain the contact of the chest and belly on the thigh. And just imagine the stretch from the tip of the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head. hip width distance apart, okay? Toes point towards the front of your mat, maybe even slightly pigeon-toeing the feet. Bring the heels in enough so that you can graze the backs of the heels with your fingers. Now from here, press into the feet, lift the hips up for your bridge pose. Okay, now the back of the neck should be long. The hands can be down on the mat. You can interlace the fingers, roll the collarbones open. You can kind of shimmy here a little bit to really get that opening in the chest. Or if you like a deeper back bend, the thumbs can come to the sacrum and the fingers wrap around your hips. Again, you can hang out in any of these variations, or if you'd rather, take the upward facing bow. Bring the hands to your shoulders, fingertips point towards your shoulders, and press it up. Keep breathing. Whatever variation you're in, tucking the chin to your chest, come all the way onto the back and hug the knees into the chest. Just make circles with the knees all the way around, one direction, then the other. And then taking a happy baby as the feet come towards the ceiling, grabbing the outer edges of your feet. If that's too much, you can always take hold of the shins or even the ankles. Try to pull the knees down towards the ribs. Now if you feel that that low back is really popping up off your mat, widen your feet slightly and try to press your tailbone down. Tuck the chin slightly so that the back of the neck is long. And then hug the knees into the chest again. From here, bring the feet about mat width distance apart, toes point to the front of your mat. Bring the arms out to the sides, either arms long or maybe even cactus, the arms with the elbows bent, and just move the knees from side to side here. And then eventually you'll just let the knees drift all the way to the left. Gaze to the right. Now you can stay here, or if you want to deepen the twist, take the left foot on top of that right thigh. And unwind. Knees come back through the center, but the feet are going to still be mat width distance apart. And again, just begin to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Eventually floating the knees to the right, gaze to the left. If you like, the right foot can come on top of that left thigh. And then come back through the center. And let's hug the knees into the chest. And this time you're going to lift the chest, interlace the elbows across the fronts of your shin, really pull the knees down towards your ribs. Take a big breath in, hold. And then exhaling, let it go into Shavasana. So coming all the way onto the back. Legs extended, letting the toes roll out from the body, palms up. And just close your eyes. Again, moving away from our physical practice and whatever happened there. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. And just embracing the duality of neither being awake or asleep. Allow yourself to be grateful for whatever your practice held on the mat today. I'm grateful for each and every breath. Slowly begin to find your body, connecting your body and your breath. Wiggling your fingers, your toes. Maybe taking a stretch overhead. And then rolling to whatever side you like. Making your way back through to seated, continuing to close the eyes for meditation. Bringing the hands with the index and your thumb together at your knees, palms up or palms down. This is what I have to say to you. Go further than your mind can reach, further than your words can speak. Go further than you know, outside of your control. Break your conditioning by letting go and letting go and letting go. Like a twig plucked from a tree, carried a great distance, and woven into a crow's nest, you have no idea of your real destiny. Keep going until there is nothing left and you are empty and bereft. Hold that open space. Inhabit the place of not knowing until grace tugs on your awareness and says, follow me into the center of chaos and serenity. Follow me to what you've always been and always will be. The truth of you is far beyond what you imagine, simultaneously deathless and here to be lived, then surrendered back into the infinite. So we'll bring the hands to the heart center. May we be receptive to the divine light that rests in each and every one of us, each and every day. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Om Shanti, peace to all beings. Namaste.